Yo guys, and as you can tell by the thumbnail and by the title of this video, we are going to be doing the Wrestlepalooza review that happened technically today in the UK because it was at midnight, so technically it happened today, but we'll say last night. Normally I put the ratings in the thumbnail. I'm not quite sure if I do that for PLEs. I know I do it for Raw and SmackDowns, but I'm not sure if I do it for PLEs. I think I do, but I've decided to keep the rating off for this PLE because I wanted to speak about it when people actually like clicked onto the video to watch to see what I gave the PLE last night. In terms of what I gave it out of a 5, because there's more negative that is coming from this Wrestlepalooza PLE that happened last night for the first time in America on ESPN. It's nothing changed for me, it's still on Netflix, so there's no difference for me, but it is technically the first PLE on ESPN in a way, anyways, for Americans and wherever else it's getting played on ESPN. I presume it's just America. Don't know if Canada's doing the same thing. I don't think so, no. I can understand that a lot of people that are walking away from this PLE, whether you were there, whether you were watching it in that theatre that they do, where it feels like you're actually there, and whether you watched it at home. I totally understand if you walked away from this show feeling very negative about it, and feeling like this was the worst PLE this year, because in some ways I can agree with you guys with the negatives that have come across, that have been said, about this PLE, because I've not really seen any positive, I mean nothing really, which is not good, of course. It's probably going to come to you guys as a shock on what I gave this PLE, but I did give this PLE a low 4 out of 5. I have my reasonings to why I feel that, to me personally, I didn't think it was as bad as a show as people are making it out to be, but I think why this PLE has gotten a lot more negative than it has positive, considering I'd say 3 out of 5 matches were good to fantastic, and then one of them was a bit stupid that it went that way, so that I'll speak about that match. We'll talk about the Brock and Cena match, but I'll speak about that match because I kind of liked the way that it went, but felt like it should have been a bit differently, but we'll speak about that when I get onto the review of the match. And then the main event shouldn't have been the main event. It was decent, but it shouldn't have been the main event. But the other 3 were fantastic, and the bit in between with Undertaker introducing Stephanie into the Hall of Fame probably shouldn't have been on the show, but I didn't mind that. But I think people are walking away giving this PLE a 1 out of 5, a 2 out of 5, a 3 out of 5, because of how Triple H was saying that this PLE was going to be. Like, it's going to be full of surprises. If you're a new wrestling fan and you're tuning in to watch WWE for the first time, you're going to be in for a fantastic show, because from that point of view I can understand how frustrating that is, because Triple H needs to stop hyping it up, because I think if Triple H hadn't have hyped the show up to how he did on all the interviews that he did and on Instagram and all the social media, I think people wouldn't have walked away as feeling as flat as they did, whether you watched it there or at home, because you wouldn't have it in the back of your mind that something crazy was meant to be happening, because Triple H made it out that something crazy was happening. And as a wrestling fan, WWE wrestling fan now, when Triple H says stuff like that, I don't go into the show thinking that there's going to be something crazy, because Triple H has done this quite a lot recently, where he's hyped something up and nothing's really happened, and then we kind of walk away a bit like, huh? So I kind of just don't get myself so like hyped up that something crazy is going to happen, because I think that's why it ruins it a lot for you guys that have felt that this was very flat and a very terrible PLE, is because you overhype yourself into believing what Triple H is saying, to the point that you don't actually focus on the show itself. You're just focusing on what's going to happen after. When I've come to like realization that Triple H does this a lot because he's trying to get people to watch the show, which is understandable because he wants the viewership. Of course he does. WWE's massive. I don't know why he needs to do that, but I understand why he's trying to, you know, say all this stuff to try and get people to watch it, because he wants people to watch it whether they walk away getting bad reviews or good reviews. Because at the end of the day, whether you're speaking bad about WWE's PLE Wrestlepalooza last night, or you're speaking good about Wrestlepalooza last night, you're speaking about it. So to Triple H and to WWE, whether you're speaking negatively about a PLE or goodly about a PLE, you're still speaking about it. So probably to Triple H and Nick Khan and all that, I don't think it really matters to them. Because not every PLE is going to be fantastic, is it? But I can understand why people are walking away lackluster from this. Because, like I've said, I feel like you've overhyped yourselves in your heads that something crazy is going to happen, but that ends up not happening. And I don't do that anymore, and I haven't done for the past like couple of PLEs now. When Triple H is saying something's crazy going to happen, I'm like, alright, okay, maybe there will be something crazy. So I do have a little think, being like, oh, maybe that could happen. I don't know though, that's a possibility. Could happen, maybe. Probably not. So I don't then psych myself up that something crazy is going to happen, and I haven't walked away feeling that this PLE was lackluster. And I actually really personally, as you saw, gave it a low 4 out, well, heard, not saw, gave it a low 4 out of 5, because personally for me, I didn't overhype myself that it was going to be something crazy, that I really enjoyed it. And that's the way we need to start looking at it. Like, try and not overhype yourselves that something crazy is going to happen because of what Triple H is saying. Like, just try and take into consideration that maybe something might crazy happen, but he could be just telling us something's crazy going to happen, and it's not as crazy as he thinks it is. Because to him, having Undertaker come out and do an appearance and introduce Stephanie is quite crazy to him, but to us that's not. So maybe from now on, the next PLE, if Triple H says that something along the lines of what he did with the Wrestlepalooza, try and not overhype yourself that it's going to be something crazy, because then it doesn't ruin it for you. Because it hasn't ruined it for me, because I didn't do that. I just went into this PLE thinking that maybe something crazy might happen, maybe something won't, but you know what, I'm just going to enjoy the PLE for what it is, and then I will have the feelings of it after I walk out of the PLE, or after I've stopped watching the PLE. Then I can have my feelings on it, whether I liked it and whether I didn't like it, and I walked away really enjoying it. So just try and just not overhype yourselves, and which I can understand that that's difficult to do, because if the owner of the company is hyping you up that this PLE is going to be full of surprises and what this, that and the third, and then that's what he's saying, we should really get that. Of course we should, but at the end of the day, it's WWE. It's WWE. If you've been a wrestling fan for over 10 years, you will know that WWE do this to us all the fucking time. This is not new. So I don't know why people are like acting as if like this is the first time that WWE has like said that something crazy is going to happen at a PLE or at Raw or SmackDown, and then nothing actually ends up happening. Like the amount of times when somebody else was in charge that we expected something crazy to be happening and it never happened, and how lackluster pay-per-views were back then. Like, guys, stop. Like, WWE's not going into the ground because of one PLE not being as good as you wanted it to be. Like, no. Like, come on now. Like, if that was the case, WWE would have been in the ground ages ago, because we had a really fucking tough time in 2018 to 2022. So if WWE was really going to go into the ground and was going to be no more, it would have been during that period, or even earlier than that. So guys, it's one PLE and it's the first time they're on ESPN. Like, I'm gonna say this now, calm down a little bit. WWE's not going anywhere because of one PLE you didn't enjoy. So we've had worse. We've had fucking way worse than we had last night. So them comments of WWE fans saying that WWE is going into the ground because of this one PLE, that them people are a little bit insane and clearly haven't been watching it for more than 5 years. Because if you've been watching WWE in the 2010s onwards, you would know the struggle of how bad Raw and SmackDown and PLEs were, well, pay-per-views were, as we call them then. You would understand that this PLE that we watched last night would have absolutely not most of the pay-per-views that happened in the 2010s to 2020s out the fucking water, because those pay-per-views in that decade, most of them, I'd say probably 80% of them, dreadful. So just calm it down a little bit. But anyways, we are now on to the first match. Sorry for the long intro, but I just wanted to have a little rant about the PLE and my thoughts on it, and that, and just have a little speak about it, because you know it is understandable, like I said, how people are feeling. It is understandable that people are feeling the way that they did, but personally for me, I felt it wasn't as bad as people are making it out to be. But yeah, anyways, match number 1 that happened last night that kicked off the show was Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. I did redo my match order because I did it on the Wednesday, and then the Thursday we found out that Brock Lesnar and John Cena were opening the show, so I redone the match order that day on the Thursday. I redone it in my notes, and from obviously match 1 to match 5, and I got it right. So if WWE had actually given me the right match to open the show, then I would have got every single match right. But because they said that Brock and Cena were going to main event, I did my match order completely wrong on the prediction video. But redoing it on the notes on the Thursday and what actually happened last night, I did get it right. Which is fucking annoying. But anyways, this match right here, Cena versus Lesnar, I gave a low 3 out of 5, and people are probably thinking I'm crazy for giving this match any more than a 1. But here's my reasonings. The reason why I gave it a 3 out of 5 is because it's Brock Lesnar, right? And I understand that this is John Cena's retirement tour, but this is wrestling, right? We're watching wrestling. We're not watching John Cena going on a concert retirement tour, right? He's not singing. What else is there that's nothing to do? Dancing. He's not a dancer, you know what I mean? He's not going on a dancing retirement tour or a singing retirement tour. He's going on a wrestling retirement tour. It's not going to be sunflowers and roses, or whatever the saying is, throughout the whole tour. It's just not. It's not. To me, if John Cena was constantly winning every single match, well, pretty much was just winning every single match, I would have felt that this was a bit of a boring retirement tour. Because I feel like him winning every single match just because it's retirement tour is a bit, like, obvious. Because every match that John Cena would have been in, we would have been like, oh, we know John Cena's winning, so this is kind of pointless us watching it, because we know he's going to win all the time. And to me, him winning all the time isn't the way to go about it, because that then means that every match John Cena's in is predictable to be like decent to 5-star, like a 3-star to 5-star match. But every time John Cena wins, it's just kind of a bit like, no. We do sometimes here and there need John Cena to lose and have matches like he did last night, because he was against Brock Lesnar, right? Brock Lesnar. 2014, this exact thing here happens. So what they've done, they've just relived what happened in 2014 in 2015, because that is what everybody talks about when we speak about Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. Oh, do you remember when Brock Lesnar squashed John Cena in 2014 at SummerSlam? Oh, that match at SummerSlam, it was so quickly and John Cena got absolutely squashed. Oh my god, that match was dreadful and he got squashed, and what are WWE doing? They've just relived that because, like I've said at the beginning of the video, bad press is good press because you're speaking about it, and that's exactly what WWE wanted you to do. They wanted you to speak about it. These two weren't going to go into Wrestlepalooza last night and have a 4-star, 5-star classic, because the way Brock Lesnar wrestles and the way Cena wrestles is completely different. Like, Brock Lesnar is built up as this monster beast that beats the living shit out of everyone, and he literally said it on the SmackDown and on the interview that he done on Wrestlepalooza, that he is going to absolutely destroy John Cena, to the point that John Cena might have to retire earlier than he's expected to retire, right? And that's exactly what happened. What Brock Lesnar said was going to happen happened last night. Like, that's why I'm not walking away from this disappointed, because they've just relived 2014, and as much as 2014 when John Cena absolutely got destroyed by Brock Lesnar was not fun to watch, they've just redone that in 2025. They've just redone the, in a way, nostalgic match that they had in 2014 that made everybody hate Brock Lesnar, and that's what they want. They want people to hate Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's supposed to be this scary beast of a wrestler. Like, did you really think that John Cena was gonna, like, win really easily and they were gonna have a 4 or 5-star classic match? No. You've seen the size of Brock Lesnar? Like, no, it just wasn't happening. But I do feel it should have gone a different way, which we'll speak about at the end. Cena's entrance was fucking fantastic, with having all the kids come out to celebrate with him. Not quite sure why they'd done that for this match, considering John Cena was beaten in like 8 minutes or something like that. Weren't very long. So I don't really understand the kids to come out for that match, but okay, is what it is. It was still quite cool to see, and yeah, very, very cool. Brock was absolutely destroying Cena for pretty much 90% of this match. Cena was able to deliver, though, 3 AAs, which I found to be quite cool, that at least Cena got a little bit of offense in this match. But I'm not bothered that it went down the way that it did. I really ain't. Like, I was actually expecting to be really disappointed that Cena's lost, but I'm not, because I just feel like it went the way that it should have. I don't. Maybe I'll speak about it at the end. Hang on. I'm getting ahead of myself. But then Brock delivered the, I don't know, 5 F5s, I think it was, and then destroyed the ref after he won, and then delivered another F5 to Cena, and that was that. But I do feel that this match right here probably should have gone on for at least like another like 4 minutes, I'd say, and John Cena probably should have had a little bit more offense. But other than that, I'm happy with how it ended, with how it went. I'm not bothered. I thought I would actually be really bothered that it was a really quick squash match. But if John Cena is going to have one match in his retirement tour where it's not very long, he's getting absolutely destroyed, he's being a wrestler and getting beaten, and it was a squash match, this match right here is the perfect match for that to happen. Because it's Brock Lesnar. 90% of WWE fans hate this guy. Now they've got even more reason to hate this guy and to speak about WWE, because Brock Lesnar squashed John Cena on his retirement tour exactly how he did in 2014. People are going to speak about this, and that's what WWE want. They want us to speak about this, whether we liked it or we didn't like it. We are speaking about it. So WWE are winning because we're speaking about the match, whether it was good or not. So that happened. But I do feel that it should have gone on for another 4 minutes. John Cena should have got a little bit more offense on Brock Lesnar. And thirdly, I do feel that it should have ended in a handshake. Because Brock Lesnar was a heel when he had a match with Cody Rhodes. But But at the end of it, he went off script and he shook the hand of Cody Rhodes. And I feel like it should have gone down the same way here. Brock Lesnar should have should have shook John Cena's hand. Then Brock Lesnar should have started walking down to the ramp. Someone's music hit, not entirely sure who the music hit, and then they came face to face with John Cena, ready for a crown jewel that happens in 3 weeks. But they promote it on themselves for the next 3 weeks, and then John Cena has some time off from having this brutal beatdown match with Brock Lesnar. That's the only negative I have, that it should have gone like that instead of how it went down at the end, where it was shorter than I felt it should have been. Brock Lesnar destroyed the ref and then gave Cena another F5 and then just left. Like, that is the only negative I have to say about it, because I don't mind that John Cena's had one match in his retirement tour where it was short and he was absolutely beaten and he was squashed, because we need some moments like that. It can't just be fairy tale all the whole time, you know what I mean? Like, it can't just be, oh, John Cena's like beating up Brock Lesnar, woo, because it's Brock Lesnar. Like, if you see the size of the guy, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, especially where John Cena is at his career, where his age and just how much he struggles in the ring, and Brock Lesnar being similar age to John Cena, but look at the size of the guy compared to John Cena. It didn't make sense for John Cena to be beating down Brock Lesnar and then winning. Even though I did predict John Cena to win, because I was expecting John Cena to be able to beat down the beast after being destroyed, and he has that, like, you know, that super Cena comes into play, and then he ends up giving Brock Lesnar like 5 like AAs and wins. But actually, like, seeing Brock in the ring and the difference of sizes, I was like, okay, no, this is definitely going to be a Brock Lesnar win. And I knew from the start of the match that Brock Lesnar was going to absolutely destroy John Cena, and it was going to be the first time in John Cena's retirement tour that John Cena was going to be squashed instead of having a 3 to 5 star classic match. And I felt like we need that, because we need a bit of everything. We've had a bit of everything in this retirement tour now. We've had 3-star matches, we've had 4-star matches, we've had 5-star matches, we've had John Cena heel turn, we've had him getting squashed, we've had him turning face, you know what I mean? Like, we've had him deliver like crazy promos, the promo that he done with Punk. Like, we've had him do tribute to a lot of wrestlers that he's had in the past. Like, now we've had a bit of everything on this retirement tour, and that's exactly what it was needed, and what I'm so lucky and glad that they've done, because I would have hated it if it was just John Cena being the goody guy from beginning to end, and he just constantly won all of his matches and didn't really do much but just win all the time. Like, that would have been boring for me, and I'm glad they've done it the way that they have, and John Cena's done a little bit of everything. But yeah, match was a 3 out of 5, and that's my opinions and thoughts on the match. Match number 2 was the Usos versus Division. I did give this a low 4 out of 5 because I felt it was definitely way better than the John Cena match, but I felt like it was a 4 because I really personally enjoyed this tag match. I thought it was very good. I think the ending went really quickly though, because Jey Uso accidentally cut himself with the leg of the chair and split his whole head open, and I think he went into a bit of a panic. So the match ended, I think, a bit more abruptly than it was supposed to. But other than that, it was a really fantastic match. It was very 50-50. LA Knight was introduced as the special guest referee on the Countdown show, which was a nice touch. So I'm glad that happened. LA Knight allowed a chair to be involved in this match, and it ended up just being a match with no disqualifications, which I'm so glad that happened, because I feel like it was needed after the match that we just witnessed with Brock and Cena. And we had a nice sequence of everybody doing signatures, which was nice to see. We had chair shots to Bronson, to Braun, to Jay, Jimmy. Everybody was taking chair shots and into steel steps, and there was tables being brought out. And then the chair shot to Jay that caused him to get injury, like I said at the beginning. Jay was then speared by Bron Breakker. And then Tsunami by Bronson Reed, then was speared into the, I think, was his I think it was Tsunami twice, right? And then he was speared into the chair by not into the chair, but into the table by Bron Breakker. Well, Jimmy and Jay were speared into the table by Bron Breakker. Then Jay was tsunami'd again, and Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker, Division, Steph's security guards, whatever you want to call them, were able to pick up the victory. So currently I am 2 for 1, because in the Brock Cena match I did predict Cena to win, but as the match was happening I was like, no, Brock Lesnar's definitely winning this, because look at the fucking size of the guy. But I did say that the Division were going to win this match, so currently I am 1 for 2, and my mum is 1 for 2 as well, because she also predicted John Cena and the Division. And that's how it ended. Like I said, I've probably spoken about all that happened like quite quickly, but this video is already in 25 minutes, and we're only on match number 2. But obviously I'm not going to speak about everything that happened in this tag team match, because otherwise this video would be about 3 hours if I spoke about every little detail that happened. The only match that I spoke pretty much about everything is a match that I am going to be watching again in a second, and that is of course the Seth and Becky match versus AJ Lee and CM Punk, because it was AJ Lee's first match back. But the Uso and the Vision match, as much as I did give it a 4 out of 5, and I haven't spoken about a lot when it comes to this match, there was a lot more in this match that happened that made me feel that it was a low 4 out of 5. But yeah, that was match number 2. Match number 3 was Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky for the vacant Women's World Championship. And again, I did give this match also a 5 out of 5, but a high 5 out of 5, like 4 out of 5, sorry. I'm very close to being a 5, but wasn't quite there for me. Maybe for some other people it was a 5 out of 5, but personally for me, I wouldn't say this was a 5 out of 5 match for me. It was very 50-50 throughout, which I really love when matches are like 50-50 and not getting completely destroyed by one person. Unless your name's Brock Lesnar, then I'll let that slide, because we spoke about that already. I ain't gonna speak about that anymore. But if it's any other match and it's not 50-50 and it feels like it should have been 50-50, then I'll actually speak about it. But yeah, we had a scary dive to the outside by both Io Sky and Stephanie. Io nearly landed on her head, which was quite scary. We had near falls to multiple moves, where there was multiple moments in this match where I felt that this was going to be over by both of them, by Io picking up the victory or Stephanie picking up the victory. We got the Devil's Kiss by Stephanie. Can't go wrong with a bit of Devil's Kiss. No, we can't. Of course we can't. I can guarantee you that Booker T was very happy that was happening. Io exposed the knees, which led to her doing the knees to the face to Stephanie, but because her knees were exposed, she kept like injuring her knees. Yeah, we got some fucking nasty knees to Stephanie by Io. Stephanie hit a nasty Spanish fly, but I feel like it was called something different, but by the time I was writing it down, it had already like gone past the point, so I can't remember what it was called, but it was something Spanish fly, Spanish attack, something fly, I don't know. It was something Spanish anyway, to Io Sky, which was fucking phenomenal. Like, what a fucking finisher that was. Literally, it happened so fast, I didn't even know what she'd done, but she literally just like spun and then landed perfectly on Io Sky, and was able to pin Io Sky in 1, 2, 3, and our new Women's World Champion is La Primera Stephanie Vaquer, and I am so fucking happy because my pick was Stephanie to win it, and so was my mum. So currently we are both 2 for 3. Absolutely fantastic match. Definitely a high 4 out of 5. Not quite a 5 out of 5 match. It was definitely not on par with Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley of Evolution, but it was still a very enjoyable match to watch, clearly, because I've given it a high 4 out of 5, but not quite a 5. But yeah, no, absolutely fantastic. Good decision to have Stephanie win here, because now Stephanie can go on and have rivalries with other women talent in the roster. Io can go on to have her rivalry with Asuka and Kairi Sane, where probably Rhea Ripley is going to end up helping Io, and then we're going to get Io and Kairi Sane, Io and Rhea Ripley versus Kairi Sane and Asuka at Crown Jewel in Australia, because that gives Rhea Ripley the chance to be on the Australian show, but not be in a championship match, being something a little bit different. Yeah, I will be doing early predictions for Crown Jewel very soon, so look out for that video. But yeah, perfect match right here. If there's a match I would say go back and watch on Wrestlepalooza, this would be one of the matches I'd say go and watch, because it was great, and definitely the right decision to have Stephanie pick up the victory here and become our new Women's World Champion. So congrats to the Latin era, Stephanie Vicker. Can't wait to see what she does next. And now we are on to the co-main event, which was between Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch versus CM Punk and AJ Lee. Still can't believe I'm saying that, and still can't believe that I actually witnessed a match last night that had AJ Lee in it, that I don't have to go back and watch an old AJ Lee match, because it happened literally, technically, today for me, but last night, I guess. Yeah, it's still fucking mind-blowing. It's crazy. I maybe a little bit biased, but I gave this match a 5. I gave it a 5, not based on match quality itself, but based it on, well, how good the match was, to be fair, actually, and how fun this was, and what moments we got in this match, the winner, how it ended, just everything about this match was fucking perfect. I could not give it the same as the Jay and the Usos versus Division, and the same as Stephanie Vicker versus Io Sky, because I was basing that on wrestling, because that's what that matches were about. But this match had good wrestling, it had moments, it had the correct winner, it was fun, like it was just so fucking enjoyable to watch. And if there's one match that you want to watch on Wrestlepalooza because you didn't watch it because you knew it wasn't going to be that great, but that you were hoping that there was one match that you would be recommended by me, it's this match right here, because it's fun. It's got wrestling in it. It's got fun. It's got funness in it. It's got moments in it. It's got crazy spots in it. It's fucking fantastic. And I will tell you this now, and I ain't even being biased, because a lot of people have said this. AJ wrestled like she never fucking left, because she done fantastic. Fucking fantastic. I was actually a little bit emotional watching this match, because she fucking just killed it, man, and I'm just so fucking proud of her, and I'm just so glad to be a fan of hers and to be able to like witness her comeback, considering all the struggles that she's had in the past with like her mental health and stuff when it comes to wrestling, and just her physical health. Like, she really should pat herself on the back, because she done fucking amazing last night, and I am very, very proud. But yeah, one entrance by Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins, like, that was fucking epic. Was not expecting that entrance with those two. Fucking amazing. And loved that they wore the same attire as well. That was quite sick. Loved that. We started off with Becky and Seth quickly tagging each other out, because Becky didn't want to go one-on-one with AJ Lee. Punk was destroyed by Seth and Becky for the first half, I want to say, or first quarter, I want to say. AJ Lee was then finally able to make the tag and absolutely destroyed Becky Lynch for the majority of the time that she had tagged in. Then Seth got himself involved and got kicked and slapped by AJ Lee. We had the moment where AJ Lee was up on Becky's shoulder and had her in a headlock, and then AJ Lee kicked and swinged herself around to deliver the DDT, I think it was called. We got, like I said, we got AJ Lee slapping Seth Rollins. Seth at some point earlier on in the match, when Becky had the offense on AJ Lee, started to skip around the ring. Oh no, it's when Becky Lynch was chucked onto CM Punk but completely missed, and then she rolled out the ring, and then as CM Punk was about to make the hot tag, AJ Lee got dragged to the floor by Becky Lynch, and then Seth Rollins started skipping, and then AJ got the hot tag and destroyed Becky Lynch and done the spinning kick to Seth Rollins and DDT to Becky, and then slapped Seth Rollins. So that's the order. CM Punk then got himself involved, and we had both teams brawling and beating the shit out of one another, and we had them doing signatures to one another. We had the pedigrees, we had what's it called, the fuck, I've forgotten what it's called, Bret Hart's move, the sharpshooter. We had Becky and Seth about to go for the GTS. We had AJ Lee curb stomp Seth Rollins at one point. We had Punk done a signature to Becky Lynch at one point as well in the match. Like, everyone was just doing signatures on each other, finishes on each other. Seth was skipping around the ring, really oddly skipping around the ring. It was the weirdest skip ever. But yeah, AJ Lee curb stomping Seth was not on my bingo card. I was actually expecting Seth to curb stomp AJ Lee, but that didn't happen. Kind of wish that did happen though, but at the same time, glad that didn't happen. But at the end of the show anyways, at the end of the match, but kind of did wish it happened in the match where AJ Lee was curb stomped by Seth, because Punk did give Becky Lynch a signature, so technically Seth was owed a receipt to AJ because Punk done something to Becky. So in a way, probably AJ Lee should have been curb stomped by Seth at some point during the match, but instead AJ Lee curb stomped the living shit out of Seth Rollins. It was a perfect curb stomp as well. AJ Lee was then chucked into Punk on the outside of the ring, on top of the announce table. They both were, Punk and AJ were going to do the manhandle slam by the looks of it, to the announce tables, but Becky and Seth were able to reverse it. CM Punk was able to reverse again, had Seth Rollins on his shoulders, ready for the GTS, but then Becky turned AJ Lee around and threw her into CM Punk and Seth. They slowly went down, but then the table, like, this bit of the table went down, but this bit of the corner bit of the table didn't go down, and then AJ was like landed on it, and the whole stomach just went like that, and then it fell, and I was like, ow, that fucking looked like it hurt. Ooh. But yeah, and then obviously Punk was supposed to sell that he was that he got chucked into it. Now, well, he got his wife chucked into him by Becky, but he quickly rolled over just to make sure she was okay, because the landing was kind of a bit off with AJ. Like, Punk and Seth landed like perfectly, but AJ kind of landed, but the front bit was still up, and then she landed on that, and then it slowly went down. It didn't look very nice at all. And then Becky drags AJ Lee into the ring, was about to deliver the manhandle slam, but AJ had a little bit of gas left in her, was able to put Becky Lynch into the Black Widow and pick up the victory, and AJ Lee has submitted the Intercontinental Champion, which is exactly the way I wanted it to go, and it did, and I'm so fucking glad this match happened the way that it did, and it went the way that it did, because it was fucking perfect, from start to finish. Fantastic. Correct winners. The moments that happened in this match, with AJ Lee delivering the curb stomp, Becky and Seth doing the pedigree, Becky being put into a signature by CM Punk, Seth Rollins skipping like AJ Lee having the hot tag and also being pulled from the rope by Becky, Becky slapping CM Punk, putting CM Punk into the signature as well, the move on the announce table, we got 2 Black Widows, just fantastic. We got a brawl between all 4 of them in the ring. It was just so good, like, so fun and perfectly booked. I think the only negative I have to say about the match is that the Black Widow that she done to submit Becky wasn't quite in. But I don't know if she was going for the Black Widow. Apparently she was going for an octopus or something. Octopus press or something? Octopus something? I don't know. Biggie called it something, but I can't remember what he called it. Octopus something. Anyway, so I don't quite know if she's going for Black Widow, but I swear that was Black Widow, because the way she spins herself around is Black Widow. So I'm not quite sure if that was supposed to be Black Widow or not, but if it was supposed to be Black Widow and Big E thought it was something else, then I'm wrong. But if it was Black Widow and not what Big E said it was, then that it kind of went in as perfectly as the other one was. But that's the only negative. But I think the height difference made it a bit difficult, because she normally does it on people that are taller, because obviously they're taller, so like their arms are a bit longer, so she's able to bring their arm a bit backwards because they're taller. But Becky being like quite similar height to AJ, I think it was quite difficult for her to lock it in as perfectly as she would like, because they're the same height. It kind of works better on people taller than her, which is a little bit weird. You'd think it would work better on people the same height, but no, it works better on people that are taller, because she kind of can put it in a bit easier for some reason. I don't know, but that's the only negative. But other than that, this match was a 5 out of 5, just based on everything, not based on match quality, just based on everything that happened in this match from start to finish. Fantastic, and I cannot wait to see where the program goes from here. Seth is going on to have a rivalry with Cody Rhodes, because at Crown Jewel we're getting Stephanie Vaquer versus Tiffany Stratton for the Crown Jewel Championship, and we're also getting Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes for the Crown Jewel Championship. So I think possibly couple-wise they're done. And I think now AJ Lee will go on to feud with Becky Lynch at the Intercontinental Championship, possibly at Crown Jewel. I don't know. But yeah, that was match number 4. Again, 5 out of 5. And now we are on to the main event of Wrestlepalooza. I nearly said Crown Jewel then, which was between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship. This match was a low 3 out of 5. Like, a little bit better than Brock Lesnar versus John Cena, and that's saying something. Because this match right here was just weird. Cody Rhodes at the beginning of the match fell over an invisible John Cena. Apparently John Cena was in this match, because both of them kept falling over. As he was going for Cody Cutter, but he managed to do Cody Cutter anyway. So I don't really understand what the hell happened there. Drew then beat down Cody until Cody suddenly came back and was able to deliver a suicide dive to Drew McIntyre. Drew then delivered a Alabama Slam to Cody Rhodes onto the steel steps. Cody was then again getting absolutely destroyed by Drew McIntyre. Cody delivered a Cody Cutter, then Drew delivered a Glasgow Kiss on the top of the rope when Cody was about to go for disaster kick maybe, or something anyway. Drew then took the turnbuckle off, and Cody was going to go into it, but ended up not. He went for the pin, but the referee wasn't in the ring, so it didn't end, but he didn't go into the turnbuckle anyway. But then Cody pushed Drew straight into the turnbuckle and pinned Drew, but didn't get the victory then. Drew then done a nasty dive to the outside of the ring. Like, that was fucking the best bit of the whole match, that right there, when Drew managed to flip his whole body weight over and land on Cody. That was fucking insane. That was definitely the best moment. And the Alabama Slam was very good as well, to the steel steps. And then Drew was about to claymore Cody again into the announce table, like he'd done on that SmackDown like a few weeks ago, but Cody Rhodes moved out the way, and Drew ended up injuring his leg. Don't think he's actually injured his leg, but I don't know. But managed to get himself back into the ring before the 10 count. Was about to deliver the claymore, but collapsed to the floor because his leg gave in. And then Cody was able to deliver the Cody Cutter, and then done one crossroads, I think. Yeah, one crossroads to Drew McIntyre, and picked up the victory. Show was done. I think that's the thing that let me down the most personally. Not the Brock Lesnar and John Cena match, because I feel it should have gone the way that it did, but obviously the things that I said in that, I'm not going to repeat myself again with what I said, but the things I said after that should have maybe gone the way that it did when I explained it earlier, the 4 things I said, it should have gone. But other than that, I don't mind how it went. But this match right here is the one that actually made me feel that this show went down into a low 4 instead of maybe even a higher 4 if this match here was actually really good. Because then it would have been 4 out of 5 matches being really fucking good to fantastic, and only 1 match being a squash. But it ended up being 2 matches being weird. Like the main event and the first match were really odd. Because what the fuck happened here? Like, what? I was expecting like at least like a high 4-star classic with these two because of what Drew done to Cody and how hyped up Cody was when he returned, and at the press conference, not the press conference, the contract signing the night before. So I was expecting them to like be beating the living shit out of each other. Like we had like massive like fists thrown at each other. We had multiple claymores and near pinfalls. We had near pinfalls to the claymore. We had near falls to the Cody crossroads. We had loads of disaster kicks, loads of Cody cutters. We had loads of Glasgow kiss. We had announce table spots, but no, we had one announce table spot where Drew claymored the announce table and injured his leg, and then we had a couple of disaster kicks, a couple of Cody cutters, a couple of crossroads, a couple of Glasgow kiss, and a couple of claymores. That was it. Not even that, to be honest with you. That was even less than that, to be fair. But really weird. I don't know if I've said, but yeah, I did give this match the same as the Brock Lesnar versus John Cena match, because what was this? Like, why was this the main event? I don't understand why this was the main event, because in a way I understand, because it's obviously for the WWE Championship, but there have been multiple PLEs where the WWE or World Championship hasn't main evented, so why was this main evented to have nothing come out of it and it to be really, really weirdly put together? I don't understand what the hell happened here and why this was the main event. The main event should have been Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky. Like, not even the mixed tag. As much as I wanted the mixed tag to be the main event, looking back at what this PLE was now, Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky should have main evented. Because that was actually for a vacant championship, and the women would have main evented the first ESPN PLE. So I feel like it should have been the women that main evented, not this. Because what the hell was this? I actually enjoyed the Brock and John Cena squash match more than I enjoyed this main event, because I wasn't expecting the main event to go like this, but I was expecting Brock and Cena to go the way that it did, because it's Brock Cena, what the hell? It's Brock Lesnar, the size of the guy. So that I was expecting to go that way, but this, no, what the fuck happened here? This is what let it down for me. This match right here, not any of the others. This. But yeah, guys, that was Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel. That was Wrestlepalooza. I've got Crown Jewel in my head because I'm thinking about the Crown Jewel matches. But yeah, like I said at the beginning, I can understand people walking away from this PLE being disappointed because John Cena was squashed. Nobody came out to return to confront John Cena to be his next opponent for Crown Jewel, and there was no title change in the main event, and no one came out to help Drew McIntyre, and we got no heel turn or nothing like that. So for them 3 things, I can understand why people walked away from this PLE not very happy. But the only thing that let me down personally, that really, really let me down, is the main event between Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes, because I was expecting it to be at least a 4-star classic because of the anger and hatred that they both had for each other, considering what happened on previous SmackDowns. But it didn't go that way at all. So that's the only match for me that let it down. Like, genuinely, it is the only match. Like I said, I do feel that the first match should have gone a little bit differently on how I explained it, how it should have gone. But other than that, I really enjoyed this Wrestlepalooza. I don't think it's as bad as people are making it out to be. But at the same time, I understand why. I do understand why people are thinking that this PLE was absolutely dreadful, and I get it. Personally, for me, I've really enjoyed it, and I've explained why I've really enjoyed it. But yeah, there will be a Raw review, the Raw after Wrestlepalooza. That will be out on Tuesday, of course, and then obviously SmackDown after Wrestlepalooza, that will also be out on the Saturday. At some point this week I am going to do my early Crown Jewel predictions, and that will be out this week as well, because yeah, that's in less than 3 weeks, I think, or 3 weeks Saturday, I think, I don't know. I think it's in less than 3 weeks, I'm not too sure. But yeah, no, I hope Crown Jewel is better. Not quite sure if it's on ESPN though, because it's in Australia, so I'm not quite sure if it's still going to be on ESPN or it's going to be on a different network for WWE, because they still technically work with the other network, I think. But I'm not too sure on how that's happening. Oh no, they don't. I don't know actually. It must still be on ESPN. But anyways, it's in Australia next, so we've got early PLEs and early Raws and early SmackDowns coming up. So I'm very excited about that, because I get to watch a PLE early, so they're watching it late at night. So I'm very happy. But yeah. My favourite match of this whole PLE is probably very obvious, and it is the mixed tag. Very, very close with Stephanie and Io, though. I'll probably actually put them both on par of being both my favourites. Both of them. So both of them are going to pop up on the screen somewhere. But yeah, let me know, guys, in the comments just down below, which was your favourite match of the night. Because I'm pretty sure even if you didn't enjoy this PLE, I'm pretty sure one match at least made it worth watching for you. Surely. And let me know, guys, do you agree with me with it being a 4 out of 5, or probably you don't? You're probably being, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you giving it a 4 out of 5? It was terrible. But everyone has different opinions, guys. Come on now. Like, we all have different opinions on the show. And this was my opinion, and I personally really enjoyed it. But do you think it was even better and it was a 5 out of 5? Do you believe it was even worse than a 4 out of 3? 4 out of 5, and you gave it a 3 out of 5? Do you believe this was absolutely dreadful and you gave it a 2 out of 5? Or do you believe that this, as many people are saying, was the worst PLE of the year, absolutely fucking dreadful, you wish it never happened, and you gave it a 1 out of 5? Yeah, if you've watched to the end, I am gonna be at random points in this review adding wrestlers that I've seen live, because I was gonna do a whole video on it, on the wrestlers that I've seen live and what show I saw them at. I mean, I might do that. So if there's nothing, if you're watching right now, well, thank you for watching to the end. But if you're watching right now and I didn't add any of the notes of wrestlers that I've seen live, then I've decided actually I'm gonna do it as a separate video. But I am 50-50 on adding it randomly in this video where you don't know where they're gonna pop up. But I don't know. I'll see. But yeah. Anyways, guys, this has been the review for Wrestlepalooza. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the Raw review on Tuesday. Peace. It's been, oh, hang on, oh my god, my phone's falling. It's been Charlie, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.